Tuesday morning on Loving Living Local. After a divorce or separation, it's important to have guidance through the many changes and challenges you could face. The trusted attorneys at Gasper Law Group are educated and trained to help you in those moments. And Ryan is one of those people here to answer the questions and expert advice.
I will do what I can this morning.
But before we jump in, because we were speaking just before we came live, it is a delicate area.
Absolutely.
It really is. And this is why you're here. We're going to obviously talk through some of the areas. However, Gasper Law, we've had you on the show numerous times, but people may not have discovered you guys. Let's talk more about it.
Absolutely. So we've been in Colorado Springs for quite a while. Alan Gasper isn't here, so I couldn't remember the exact founding date off the top of my head, but they've been there for a while, well before I got there. We've got three main practice areas. Family law, which deals with divorces, child custody, things like that. It's the area I work in. We do criminal defense as well. It's not an area I practice in, but we have people who are just spectacular at that. And then the third practice area, which one we'll talk about a bit today, is our probate and estate planning division. And again, we have an excellent, excellent team of attorneys and other staff who work in that area as well.
I mean, a great team, like we mentioned. It's a great team that come together.
Absolutely. Our attorneys in all practice areas, if it weren't for our excellent paralegals and administrative staff, we would be in a boatload of trouble.
Right. So the estate planning concerns, obviously after divorce and separation, there's three things I want to break down, okay? One's concerning wills,
Yes.
okay? Power of attorney.
Yep.
And guardian documents as well.
Okay.
So shall we start with concerning wills? And this is helpful to anyone watching.
Yeah.
So let's try and make it as detailed and easy as possible.
Well, first, let me lead with this first. You know, as I mentioned, we've got our different practice areas, and there can be some blurring of the boundaries. You know, attorneys might dip their toes into another practice area, but really we're specialists in our areas. So our family law attorneys, we know the help that you need when it comes to estate and probate planning, but we're going to hand you off to one of the attorneys in the firm who's an expert in that area. With that being said, to address one of those delicate subjects, it would be typical that if a married individual has a will, that their spouse would be the primary beneficiary of that. And if things have not gone as people have hoped and that relationship has, come to its legal end, you don't want to be in a scenario where if something happens to you, property that you would want to go to children or siblings or other relatives on your side of the family ends up going to a former spouse because a will wasn't changed following the divorce.
Okay. So vitally important though as well.
Absolutely.
And people may be watching this morning as well and maybe don't have a will yet. And it's vitally
Absolutely.
important. It really
is. Of course, was coming here this morning with the intention of talking about if you have a will and the need to change it, but it's thank you very much for bringing up the point of taking it back a step. If you don't have that will yet, it is good to have that in place so that you can have the fullest possible confidence that something unfortunate happens to you, your stuff goes where you want it to go, to who you want it to go to.
And Ryan, obviously, I'm still on the will subject because sit here all day, really could, but concerning wills as well, you can help from the very beginning of starting that will.
Yes,
can't you?
absolutely.
People might be a bit afraid, thinking, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we absolutely do initial consultations. You can come in, talk with an attorney, talk about what your needs might be, what sort of guidance that you might need. If someone's uncertain, everyone there is very much willing to have that initial meeting, sit down, talk about what you need, what you might not need, put people at ease so they can make an informed decision about how to go forward.
Ryan, thank you so much. So much. And it's gasperlaw.com for all the information as well. I'm going to put all this on the Fox 21 News website. And to reach out, do urge people to reach out, get expert advice and help as well. Ryan, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the experts at the Gasper Law Group are ready to answer your questions and help you through hard times. So check out their website and learn more. We'd also like to thank them for sponsoring this week's Help on the Home Front. And